Hey everybody, welcome back. I guess I should say it's good to be back out in the mountains here once again. It's been a long winter working out of town. I spent 140 days between November 1st and March 30th working on a drilling rig. And except for 2 weeks over Christmas, those were all night shifts with no days off. So it was a little bit of a busy time. I basically ate and slept and went to work. So here it is, June 1st, getting a little bit of time off as I generally do every year. And it's good to be back out in the mountains again. This trip out, hope to test some new gear. Brought the new teepee or tarp shelter out with me this time. Gave you a little bit of a sneak peek of it on a previous video, but hope to give it a good workout here. The snow's all gone here at about 6,200 feet, but as I get to higher elevations, I'm expecting there to be some slushy snow on the trail, and hopefully the trail will cooperate and we'll be able to get up there for some better views. So gonna have some dinner here tonight. It's late in the afternoon, and I'll give you a shot in the tarp shelter later, and we'll just take the rest as it comes. This time out, because of the dry conditions, I decided instead of bringing my stick stove or cooking over an open fire, to bring my MSR Dragonfly. You guys have already seen the way I cut the legs down on this thing, just to make it a little bit more compact and lightweight. And when I bring it out, I just bring the smaller 11-ounce bottle. Just in case, I did bring a little bit more fuel out with me. There's probably about another 11 ounces in there. And I'm burning a mix of kerosene and white gas in this thing. And I don't know, with the price of white gas and the availability of kerosene, I was just fooling around at home with some different mixtures, and it seems to work just fine with the gas jet in that stove. Going to use my Toaks titanium cookware again. That's the 1.1 liter pot, I believe. I've got the little 750 as well. Like them both, especially over a gas stove. Before I crawl in for the night, I just thought I'd tell you a couple of things about this tarp shelter. This one's from a company called Gonex. Got it on Amazon.ca, $129. It was in stock. My understanding is that it's available on the US site as well. It's 10.5 feet across the bottom, about 5 feet high. It came with this outer tarp that you see here, a pole, and also an inner bug mesh screen house. The outer tarp is 2 pounds. The bug mesh for the inside, which I didn't bring on this trip, is 1 pound. And the pole that it came with is 20 ounces. I thought the 20 ounces on the pole was a little heavy, so I just brought my monopod shooting stick along. Just going to give you a quick look at my sleep system here on this trip. As usual, I've got the SOL Mylar emergency blanket as a ground sheet. That's a double size. I use that even on the snow in the wintertime, and I find it a pretty good moisture barrier. On top of that, I've got a 1/2 inch foam, and that's going to just provide some insulation between me and the ground. And for warmth on this trip, I've got 2 of these 4 Monster is the brand name, lightweight down camping quilts. Just breaking camp here this morning, and I thought I would make a little bit of coffee. I had a pretty good night last night. Temperature got right down to freezing, and those two down quilts together worked out all right. I wouldn't say that I was quite as warm as I am in my down sleeping bag, but to save probably half a pound of weight, that's one way to go. I just thought I would show you a new water filter that I'm using this year. This is the Catadine. And it comes with this bladder, and the filter is actually in the end here in the spout. I don't know if you can see that in there. Fairly easy to use. Basically just fill it with creek water and give it a squeeze. It's got a pretty good flow rate. It's a lot easier than pumping, that's for sure. So I'm going to give this a try. It's nice to be able to put filtered water right in a container like this so that you don't have to bring it completely to a boil to purify it. Basically, it's purified coming out of the spout there, and then all you're really doing is heating it. So that's one way to save some fuel if you're using gas. So I'm going to make a little bit of cowboy coffee, have a granola bar, finish packing up, and hit the trail again. It's just about noon, and honestly, up until this point, the trail's been not too bad. There's been a few patches of snow, but I've been able to kind of wade through them or walk around them. But as you can see behind me here, it's getting a little bit deeper. I've completely lost the trail. And it's over my boots. Of course, I don't have any snowshoes, so there aren't enough clear patches to even really walk around it. The bush is just too dense, so I might push on a little bit further and see if I can get past this. Maybe it'll open up again, but this just might be the end of the trail for today. Just based on what I'm seeing here, the snow's going to be too deep, it's too soft, too slushy, and I've got a long way to go to the top. I think it's time to turn around and figure out a plan B. So after a backtrack and a bit of a detour, found this great spot right along the ridge here. And once again, great view. And I'm looking forward to spending the night here. Well, good morning. Looks like it's going to be another beautiful day in the mountains. Just making a little bit of coffee here, granola bar for breakfast. I'll get things packed up and hit the trail again. Just a few miles to go to the truck, so I may as well sign this one off here. Those of you that wanted a longer video, I guess this is it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take it easy.